So round after round of repeated rain will continue here. And again, this is just the beginning.
Branson Landing underwater. Plus, the dangerous conditions lead to water rescues as the flooding turns deadly. We have team coverage of flooding fallout from all over the Ozarks.
Now, KSPR early warning storm mode weather.
We have team coverage of the fallout from the weekend's deadly flooding. Francis Watson is live in Galena, where much of the town is blocked. Matt Berman is in Laclede County, where I-44 has been shut down because of the floodwaters. And our chief meteorologist, Kevin Leidy, is live at Table Rock Dam, where they're about to start releasing even more water.
Check this out. Look behind me. This is the road to Galena. Now, we've broken records already down here. It was 34 was a previous record. Smashed it at 36. It's supposed to get up to 38 by midnight. You can hear behind me the bank right there, Simmons Bank. It's flooding. And, of course, those sirens of letting people know the doors are open because of the water. Now, I've been down here before for a few flooding stories, but I didn't expect to see anything like this.
There's so much up above. We knew it would end up down here.
So did many others, making their way to Galena to see the James River jump its banks. Louise and Winfred Moore grew up here.
My brothers used to measure the river to get the height of it, and I would come with them when I was young.
And haven't seen the water level this high in years.
It was about 15 feet below the bridge.
Yeah, they are going to be releasing here in about 15 minutes or so at 6 o'clock.
Well, take a look at this. The fast rising waters left 2 people trapped near Harrison, one of them a pregnant woman. A swift water rescue team pulled the man and woman from the rushing waters to safety.
We had a call of a man and woman. Their truck had washed off the low water slab, come down quite a ways, and they had exited the vehicle and ended up in the trees about 50 to 75 yards out in the water.
Table Rock Dam is releasing even more water tonight, but it's not yet at the massive releases 2 years ago. With that warning this evening, the 10 gates were opened even wider. The spillway is now releasing 60,000 cubic feet per second. That's more than 28 million gallons per minute. That's enough water to fill 42 Olympic-sized swimming pools per minute. This is an exclusive view of the dam from up high from our drone. It's an impressive amount of water rushing through the Table Rock Dam, but it's still not what the Army Corps of Engineers had to release in 2015. At this hour, the lake stands at 932 feet. And here's a look at the Branson Landing from our drone. Some of the popular shopping centers underwater, mostly near the fountain area along Lake Taneycomo. A lot of shops were closed today, though some did stay open. And this is video from the Pulaski County Emergency Management Office. Workers took this video today at Devil's Elbow. The houses, a car, and an RV all underwater. With dozens of roads closed right now, still in Pulaski County. So again, that warning, turn around and don't drown if you see water.
We have team coverage of the flooding tonight from all over the Ozarks. Here are just a few locations where we're at tonight. Jerry Jacob is trying to get to Cassville, where several town streets are underwater. Kevin Leidy's been in Nixa, where the Finley River is out of its banks, and here in Springfield with the James River. Stephanie Garland in Branson, where city leaders are trying to make sure everyone is safe before they open the dam, even more than it is already. We also have coverage with Rachel DeBroven in Monette with flooded homes and streets. But first, we begin with meteorologist Jennifer Perez with the very latest on these storms.
Well, a severe thunderstorm warning that was in Marion County, northern Arkansas, has just expired, but still some heavy rain out there near Mountain Home as well as Yellville.
Expressway there, Highway 60. Right now it is still open, but you can see that the water here already starting to come up. Now, if you recall, back here a couple of years ago, they did have to close off this ramp because of the water coming over that ramp.
I am in Cassville. It took an hour or so to get here, actually, but when I got here, there was a Berry County deputy's car stationed right here, and I said, hey, how are things going? He said, not too good. That's my house.
That is a possibility that they're going to open both parts of the auxiliary dam tomorrow. Meanwhile, city workers in Branson are continuing to work and install the inflatable bags or barriers around the multi-million-dollar wastewater treatment facility.
Floodwaters causing damage and deaths tonight. This is in Wright County. A farmer there lost 31 cattle today from a lightning strike. And look at this video we got from Dogwood Canyon in Stone County. Now, if you look here, Colton Meese shot this earlier of the grounds. It's not just the water that's high. It's up around the buildings. there, and you can see all the cars floating down the water. We haven't heard of any reports of anyone being hurt, but the bridge at Dogwood Canyon on State Highway 86 is closed right now. Downtown Reed Spring flooded with rushing water to the first wave of strong storms hit around 3 this morning. City crews blocked Main Street and much of downtown in Reed Spring on Spring Street. Standing water turned into rushing water pouring over railroad tracks. One handicapped man was rescued from that area. The emergency shelter was open overnight with the Red Cross and Salvation Army on site.
Incredible just to see this devastation. This is near the Pottersville area. Look at all of these trees. This is how wide the river got. So there's the river over there where it should be in its normal banks, and it made its way clear over here, taking out all of these trees. That's a canoe up in a tree. This bridge again. So again, this is that bridge down there along Highway PP near Tecumseh. It was built in 1959. It is no longer there. You can see one end of the road, the girders, the river, and then the other side where the road once was.
The damage that we saw was just incredible. The stories are heartbreaking. A lot of people lost their houses, but one man we met almost lost his life.
My prayer was, don't let my wife be a widow. Not now, not yet.
Craig King says he checked the forecasted river levels before he decided to stay in his boathouse during the storm.
It starts coming up, and it's coming up more and more, and I'm not worried because it's only, you know, I can handle 26, I can handle 28, 30 feet, I'm good.
He never expected the river to reach historic levels.
And, you can barely see the lights, but
he was inside his house when rushing water swept it off its foundation.
And it started floating. So if it hadn't broken loose, I would have drowned in the boathouse. So I guess he was fortunate it broke loose. Yeah, I was sitting right inside there.
He says it was 12 hours before someone came to his rescue.
And I can't see anybody, but I holler, "Hey, help!" And somebody hollered back. Wow.
We decided to walk on down, and then we heard somebody hollering for help, and we hollered back, and then he got to flashing a flashlight at us. And
Stan Epley and his son Logan Clark called the water rescuers.
It was a miracle that we found him, that we seen the flashlight, him shining it to us, because if it wasn't for the flashlight, we wouldn't have found him.
The building it was still coming apart, and I'm thinking, they're going to watch me drown right here. I'm going to see the rescue people, but they're not going to get to me.
Luckily, they got to him.
It got pretty serious. You know, I don't know if scared's the right word, but it was just so intense because it might work out and might not.
King says they saved him off the roof of his house.
He said, "Don't worry, I got you." And if those boys got you, they got you.
All 7 spillway gates here at the dam are open. Now you can't see them, but listen. You can certainly hear the water being released. It was just yesterday an adjustment was made to slow down the flow that is being released, but still downstream, the damage has already been done.
I've never lived in a place that has such extremes in weather, because we've had some bad years of drought, and you think the water's never going to come up again.
But it has, and like many other towns and cities in other counties, Carroll County has battled flooding before.
Oh, it's horrible. I feel sorry for the people below the dam. I mean, they're going to be flooded again.
Anybody that lives below it kind of knows what to expect.
The spillway gates at Beaver Dam have been releasing the buildup of water since heavy rain hit the area a few days ago. But the combination of bad weather and swollen waterways have already taken their toll.
This bridge is well loved. In fact, they call it the Little Golden Gate Bridge.
The Little Golden Gate Bridge, yes.
Beaver Bridge is an historic landmark. Built in 1949, it's the only suspension bridge open to vehicle traffic in Arkansas.
We hate to see it in this state.
Beverly and John Dallin have only seen the bridge underwater one other time. They feel confident that this area, including the bridge, will recover with little to no damage.
Can't really say one area is worse than another. It's bad for everybody, isn't it, when this happens?
You can tell right over here in the corner, those are their mattresses for the family. And then if you look over a little bit to your right, you can see what's left of all of the different cabinets and even the refrigerator right over there in the corner.